Hello there, my name's Scott. Today I'm going to be doing a review on some of the e-liquid flavours which I received from www.jackvapor.com. Before I start though, I must point out I did receive them free of charge for the purpose of conducting a review. My opinion of products remain true, honest and accurate as always. Okay, so they sent me out a fairly nice little selection of e-liquids, and I'm just going to sort of choose three of them which for me were my sort of favourite ones out of the like the tobaccos and the fruits, etc. And the three that I've chosen are the menthol. I've got to obviously include a menthol because I am a majority sort of menthol vapor. The Virginia, which is like a nice tobacco flavour, and out of the fruity ones I chose the grape. Now I've got three of these bottom coil 510 cartomisers, so I'm going to have they've already been filled up with the e-liquid, so I've got one for each flavour, and obviously once I've finished chatting about one flavour, then I'll just swap over the cartomiser. Okay, so I'm going to start off then with the Virginia. These are 18 milligrams. I'm not sure if they're and they are just a straight sort of a PG e-liquid. They're not your fancy, European sourced ingredients. These are the stuff from good old China, which for me personally I much prefer. Okay, so this is the Virginia, the 18 milligram strength. And obviously, I think it's obviously trying to be like maybe like the Golden Virginia sort of hand rolling tobacco. And obviously, it's been years and years since I've tried any proper actual sort of hand rolling tobacco. But excuse me, for me, it doesn't particularly taste like that. However, it is a very nice tobacco flavour. It's not overly strong, but it's not sort of particularly weak. It's sort of right there in the middle, and it's got that obviously a very sort of smoky sort of taste to it, and it's obviously tobacco as well, but it's got a very nice sort of wooden tone to it, so you get that really sort of like almost like a taste of like a woody sort of tobacco, but a very nice flavour. Obviously, you can see I'm getting loads of vapour out of it. The amount of vapour that you're going to get is going to be dependent on your personal sort of setup. And I'm using these 510 bottom coils, and I think I'm finding they really are very good for sort of vapour production, especially at just like your sort of standard voltages. But regardless of what you're using, I'm sure you're going to get like a nice amount of vapour out of it. And throw hit, I'm using 18 milligram strength here, so it's not particularly high or particularly low, sort of right there in the middle, and I'm getting a nice strong throat hit. Like me personally, I find that the higher the nicotine content of the e-liquid, like the stronger or the harsher the throat hit. So if you want a really strong throat hit, maybe sort of obviously get a slightly sort of higher nicotine strength, or like vapor at slightly higher voltage, etc. But overall, the Virginia is just a very nice sort of smoky tobacco flavour with quite a strong sort of like woody undertone to it, I suppose you'd call it. Okay, so I'll move on to the menthol then, which has been getting a lot of use out of me, more so than any of the other flavours, because I do like my menthols, and I'm normally quite picky about my menthols as well, so I was pleasantly surprised with this one. So again, 18 milligram strength. And it is a very nice menthol. It's quite sweet though. Like if you're not too keen on like the sweetness side of it, then it may not be the one for you. For me personally, I think it's a very nice flavour. It's almost on the border of being slightly too sweet, but nevertheless, so like I said, I've been pretty much using this. Well, definitely the vast majority out of all the other flavours, and like normally if I don't like a menthol, then I'll move straight on to the next one. So it's definitely saying something if I keep on going back to it. I've got well, I doubt if I've even got enough left for another cartomiser. So this is probably my last cartomiser's worth out of it. So it is a very nice menthol. It's not going to blow your socks off. It's not going to really clear all your sinuses out, but it's definitely a menthol more than a mint though. So you can feel that sort of freshness, but it's not quite as strong as what you might find some other e-liquids, like menthol e-liquids. But nevertheless, it's still a really nice menthol. And again, no throat hit wise, vapor wise, it is going to be sort of dependent on what sort of setup you're using and what sort of strength of a nicotine strength of the e-liquid that you decide to get. But for me personally, I'm getting a really nice strong throat hit, plenty of vapor, and a really nice menthol experience out of it. Okay, not a great deal else I can really sort of tell you about it. Move on to the last one, which is the grape. Now, I'm not really a fan of sort of fruity flavours. I like them every now and again, but it's not something I'd sort of vape on all day. I need something that's quite close to a cigarette to obviously keep me going back on the cigarettes. So I need to feel as though I'm still sort of smoking, I suppose. So that's why with fruity flavours, obviously they're very nice to make a nice little sort of change for an hour or two. But as an all-day vape, I know by the end of the day I'll be going, I need a bit of tobacco or a bit of menthol, you know. So nevertheless, this is the grape, and again 18mg strength. Flavour wise, it's a really nice flavour, it really is, but it's not a grape as in, you're going to pick a bunch of grapes and eat one. It's not an authentic grape. It's definitely like that artificial sort of flavour, and it's very much like the bubble gum sort of type of grape. I think it's Hubba Bubba or something like that. They do a very similar flavour, but it's a very nice grape flavour, but it's not an authentic grape flavour. It really is an artificial, but nevertheless it's still very, very nice, very sweet as well. It's just like, basically sort of chewing on like a nice sort of grape flavoured bubble gum. It really does taste exactly like a bubble gum, but nevertheless it's still a very nice flavour. Like I said, for me personally, an hour, maybe 2 hours, and then I'd be definitely switching back to tobaccos or menthols. Obviously, if you are a person who is into like the fruity flavours, obviously probably right up your street. And again, like vapor, throat hit, pretty much exactly the same as the other two. So if you fancy trying any of these flavours out, go along to www.jackvapor.com. Type in this code at checkout and they'll give you a 20% discount every time you purchase from them. Thank you very much for watching, and also come along and visit my website at www.e-cig-reviews.com. That's e-cig-reviews.com. Cheers guys, happy vaping, see you later.